So, in some townships of South Africa, a divorcee, especially a woman divorcee, is called a return soldier. I bet some of you didn't know that. I've had friends who didn't know that say to me, but isn't that a great thing? I mean, soldiers returning from war, they are heroic, they are brave, and they're still standing to see another day. But not in the townships. The label actually has one horrible connotation. Basically, that one had gone to war, lost in the war, and are now at square one, bruised and defeated, and returning home to their parents. And since many of these divorcees who find themselves cash strapped, primary caregivers to their children, disadvantaged, and having to go back to their family homes, are women. And they are the ones who bear the brunt of this label and the jokes that come with it. So I thought we could have some fun with this and flip the script on this label. We do not have to internalize it. I mean, it's not everything that we hope to go well in our lives that goes well. Sometimes we lose jobs that we love. We lose friendships that are very important to us. And failing at a marriage is no different. They would like to have us believe that failing at marriage is as though we have committed a cardinal sin. I don't believe that is true. Hi everybody, my name is Mpho and welcome to my new channel, Miss Return Soldier. Well, since you hear, chances are you're going through a divorce, you're finalizing one, or you're processing the aftermath of a divorce. Or perhaps you're just checking the channel out for a friend. Whatever brings you here, you're welcome. I really hope that we use this platform to tell encouraging stories and give hope to people who are in pain. You know, a divorce is an opportunity, and you need to look at it like that, to rebuild yourself, to rebuild your life, to heal old wounds, and to come out a better person. So divorce is painful, don't get me wrong, and not just for the two people involved. I mean, for your parents, for your siblings, family members, for your friends, for the Chumisoko society thing, you know, for different people in your lives. And for parents, for your children, it is especially extremely painful. And you can feel as though you do not only have to process this pain for yourself, but carry it and process it for those people around you. And that can be extremely difficult and extremely demanding on you. But you know what? Pain is a part of life. It's not always so simple to escape pain. But suffering is absolutely optional. You do not have to emotionally suffer through this experience. So you see, I was married before. I was married for approximately 7 years, and I've been divorced now for like 6 years to a very, very nice guy. And on the surface, my life was absolutely amazing. I mean, I had 2 children. I worked as a South African diplomat in Belgium, and I was literally just traveling the world, and life was really good. And then I turned 30. And my life just crashed. I literally had no energy. And there was this lingering feeling of emptiness, you know, like loneliness, and like a huge inability to connect to anyone, let alone my husband. It was a very confusing and a very dark period. And all I wanted to do was run. And really, because I thought the issue was that my marriage had lost that, you know, fairy tale spark of princesses living in eternal happiness with their princes, I ran from my marriage. I naively believed that because my intention was to be in a fulfilling relationship, all I had to do was just get into a new one to feel happier. Well, even though that is a story for another day, I will say this. Okay, after several lackluster relationships and having gotten to a point of just utter fatigue from all the running, I came to understand that old cliche. That cliche that says all that love, that security and comfort you're chasing after, you will never get it from anywhere else until you find it and you feel it within yourself. And because life is so kind, when the penny dropped, when the light bulb came on, something interesting happened. I picked up this article, and it was obviously not by chance. It was an article on the various stages of grief. Let me tell you, after reading that article, I was overcome by such joy and relief, because I think for the first time I understood my emotions, that confusing period that I was in, a period of sadness, a period of, just being angry at times, just instability. I understood what it was. And for me, I realized that it was that I had lost something, okay? I felt as though I had lost my identity, because for so long I had been a part of a couple. I had that title of Mrs. And outside of this pair, I was no longer sure who I was exactly. I could not fit in as just a single person anymore. The other thing was just the family setup that I've always wanted and I've longed for, and I thought it was so important. That was no longer available to me. And I can't tell you, as much as that was so sad for me to realize those things, I was so happy to finally almost kind of like put almost like a title on what it was that I was going through, almost like name it, label it, and then I'll be able to figure out how to move forward and how to overcome it. And so that huge sense of loss, it weighs so heavily on me. And I mean, I think apart from losing, a family setup, the whole idea of what my life was supposed to look like with the men, I feel like I had lost who I was and my purpose in life. And that for me was the biggest shit that I needed to work out. See, in the very beginning, when I was so confused by my emotions and everything that I had gone through, I searched the web for, to try find resources and tools to help me to move forward. And I remember just always getting so excited every time I see a story about someone who's been divorced for a while, like say more than 5 years, or so. And I would think, oh my gosh, they probably have like a bag of wisdom and a whole lot of great tools to help me to move forward. But the funny thing is, many of the platforms that I did get into and the stories that I did hear were about people who, every time they spoke about their lives, about the journey that they were on, they always referred to a former mother-in-law, they referred to their ex-partners, so their stories were centered more around other people than they were centered around themselves. And for me, it just felt like these people were stuck, and I was just not interested in stories like that. I wanted to move forward. I knew that pain was something that I had to absolutely face head on, but I did not feel that I had to be stuck, because I feel like being stuck truly is part of that suffering that I spoke about earlier, that it's absolutely optional, that you don't need to suffer through life. I mean, you can go through painful moments and experiences, but you definitely do not need to suffer. So, and there was a reason why I started this platform, because I wanted to get together with people who will help other people who are on this journey to flow with life, just to move forward and not to feel stuck and stagnant, and not to feel that they can't let go of things that had happened to them. So many different things happen to all of us so many times in different parts of our lives. You really do not have to stay stuck. So I always advise people to go see a professional counselor. I'm not a psychologist. I am not a spiritual or religious anything. But, I would love to use this platform to share my journey and the journey of some of my dearest friends on how we have overcome and, this experience divorce, because it is painful. But one thing I do know is that it is very important that you look at yourself and you look at your life and your own contributions to the demise of the relationship that you were in. It's so easy when you're in pain to look at other people and point fingers at other people and say they did this to me, they did not do that to me. But, this is what the platform is about. It's about us getting together, being fully grown people, and taking responsibility for things that go good in our lives and things that don't go so good in our lives. And to know that we are powerful to actually change our stories and have a different outcome and have the type of lives that we deserve. Thank you so much for listening, you guys. I really am looking forward to going through this journey with you as I peel off these layers to some of the experiences that I've had and sharing with you some of my pivotal moments, and the tools that I've used to help me get through this experience and get to the other side, as well as experiences of some of my close friends on how they've been able to navigate, through this experience, and just put one foot in front of the other and move forward, because that's all we can do. All you can do is just to wake up, know that you're deserving of having a great life experience, and put one foot in front of the other, and look out for platforms and resources that are there to support you and to hold your hand. And we are all just stronger together, really. So thank you so much for joining me on this very first episode. Please go ahead and subscribe. Leave your comments in the comment section. I would really love to hear from you, and I would love to chat with you guys further going forward. And I'll catch you in the next episode. Bye.